You've got your PC, but something's missing. That crystal clear audio, that rich sound that brings everything to life. Well, you're not going to get that with just any speakers. So, let me break down the top 5 best speakers you can get for your PC that'll take your audio to the next level. So, let's get to it. Let's start with a fantastic budget-friendly option, the Creative T100. If you're all about getting the most bang for your buck, and you're okay with a simple, boxy black plastic design, these might just be your perfect match. Honestly, you're not going to find many speakers in this price range that can deliver this kind of sound quality and volume. These 8-inch tall speakers are packing a 40-watt power rating with 80-watt peak power. Users have noted they hit 82.5 decibels at half volume and a whopping 90.4 decibels cranked all the way up. That's seriously impressive for a 2.0 desktop setup. Other speakers might get a little louder, but you'll be paying almost twice as much, and you'll miss out on some cool features. That's right. These speakers are not just about power, they're about versatility. You've got Bluetooth 5.0, a USB port for playing files directly from drives, and even an optical connection. And since you can still connect through a standard 3.5mm audio cable, that's a good flexibility to have. You can control everything from the top of one speaker, or you can use the included wireless remote. That's why you can easily switch inputs, tweak the EQ, and adjust bass and treble. The only real drawbacks? It doesn't support a PC to USB connection, and you can't add a subwoofer later. But if you're looking for a great value without the extra bass, the Creative T100s are a solid choice. Next, we have the Razer Nommo V2. This is a wired 2.1 gaming speaker system, and it's all about that powerful, booming bass and impressive directional sound. If you're a PC gamer who loves that immersive single-player experience, this setup is designed for you. It's got a wired subwoofer instead of a wireless one, and on-speaker volume controls instead of a separate control pod to make it way more affordable than its peers. Now, you might be thinking, wired subwoofer? But the thing is, since there aren't any rear speakers, the cables aren't really a big deal. The satellites will likely be close enough to the subwoofer anyway. The Nommo V2 has sleek satellites with a smooth, semi-matte finish, though it might pick up a few fingerprints. They sit at a fixed 20-degree angle, designed to beam the sound right to your ears. They are a little deep for some desktops, almost 7 inches. Also, there's some cool rear projection RGB lighting through a translucent orb on the back. Let's talk specs. You've got two 3.2-inch full-range drivers in the satellites and a 5.5-inch down-firing bass driver in that cube-shaped subwoofer. It covers a frequency response range of 40 to 20,000 Hz and can hit a max SPL of 98 decibels. The audio is powerful, maybe a little bass-heavy, but it excels with directional audio and virtual surround sound. That's why it's so perfect for gaming. You can also connect via Bluetooth 5.3 or USB-C. It might not be the best choice if you want speakers for everything, but for pure PC gaming with that immersive surround sound, it's tough to beat at its price range. At number 3, we've got the Edifier G2000. These are for you if you want compact and stylish speakers that are specifically tuned for all-in gaming. As you can see, these aren't going to take up much space on your desk, but their size barely stops them from delivering a surprising amount of sound, especially on the low end. You won't get that room-shaking rumble. But the cool thing is, there's a subwoofer port on the back, so you can always add one later if you want more bass. The G2000 is also packed with connection options. We're talking USB 3.5mm analog and even Bluetooth 5.2 if you want to go wireless. It's also why setup is pretty easy. And if you like a little visual flair, they've got RGB lighting on the sides and back, reflecting off your wall. You get 12 different settings, controlled by buttons on the speaker. But here's the thing though, each speaker has a single 2.75-inch driver, handling both highs and lows, so they're definitely biased towards that bass-heavy gaming sound. But for most other things, they're perfectly fine. I mean, if full-on gaming is your priority and you're looking to spend just enough for that purpose, the Edifier G2000 is a fantastic choice. They even come in different colors like pink, red, and white if you want something other than the standard black and gray. So, all things considered, it seems like a great choice from both a performance and looks perspective. Next, we have the AudioEngine A2 Now, these are definitely a step up in price, but they're also a step up in quality. I say that because they are an investment for excellent audio. These come in a super solid, glossy shell. You can choose from white, black, or red, and they're packed with all sorts of ports. You've got micro USB for using the internal DAC, 3.5mm for analog, and even Bluetooth 5.0 with aptX for better latency. That's important for watching videos and gaming. You'll also find RCA jacks for adding a subwoofer later if you crave more bass. While they might not get as loud as some cheaper speakers being rated at 60-watt peak power, users measured them at 85.6 decibels at max volume and 78.2 decibels at half. That's plenty for most setups, unless you're trying to fill a huge room. But the thing is, it's not just about volume, it's about the quality of the sound. These speakers deliver a really detailed and balanced audio experience. There are a couple of things to keep in mind, though. The exposed speakers might not be ideal if you have curious kids or pets around. And because of the straight, rectangular design, the sound fires straight ahead. That means you might miss the sweet spot if they're sitting below your ear level. You can fix this with angled speaker stands, but it would be nice if those were included, given the price. Even with those little things, the sound quality is really great and makes it all worthwhile. And finally, we've arrived at number 1, the SteelSeries Arena 9. And it's the first 5.1 surround sound system specifically designed for gaming. Now, there are other 5.1 systems out there, but this one is built with gamers in mind. You get 5 satellite speakers, a center channel, front left and right, and rear left and right, plus a hefty 6.5-inch downfiring subwoofer. The rear speakers are wireless, which makes setup way easier. You won't be wrestling with cables everywhere. The Arena 9 also comes with a control pod that has an OLED display and touch buttons. You can tweak pretty much everything from here: EQ, lighting, and even 5.1 up mixing. It's also weighted, so it'll stay put on your desk. For even more control, you can use SteelSeries GG software, which includes their Sonar Audio app with a parametric EQ. And let me tell you this, there's nothing like true surround sound that it doesn't support. And the Arena 9 nails that immersive, directional audio. I mean, it'll make your games feel incredibly realistic. But even if your audio source is just stereo, the Arena 9 still sounds fantastic, with clear mids and solid lows thanks to that subwoofer. The biggest downside? It's definitely pricey. But remember, this is designed specifically for PC gamers, with features like USB connectivity, 4-zone immersive lighting, and that desktop control pod. Other surround sound systems at this price point aren't really made to work directly with your PC. So, you're paying for that specialized design and those gamer-centric features. That's why for that ultimate immersive gaming experience, the SteelSeries Arena 9 is our top pick. Thanks for sticking around. For more content like this, don't forget to hit subscribe. Click the bell icon too, so you'll get notified every time we drop a new video at FlexiViews.